And we having businessmen milk complain. Ila kulun kanale fu banjol. Ibuka jino ebuka la bagaso jin. They turn back. They katafen gold drop into Senegal. Gambia bagaso kajisen. Omasi bolet.
Dr. Ture contributed immensely to the failure of Adam Barrow regime from 2017 to 2020.
Manke mola foye ko babun wok monki it bar ko metela jero yaje ko wala be tamakan NPP kono.
Yes, ngajale because ya ken defangola I was victimized. Who? The party executive. President ya bulobula among intervene because atele sonta yenna the political campaign.
Baro e muno famoni ning atra hanatra ko men ko be jaralale we transport people from Mali, Sierra Leone and other countries but we are going to do it. Pour ka mol transport ni nalana can support for 5 years oni moisia crowd
Bari ita fono la ko ha minister la jodo atale ngadinga minister tal allowance la fa mol membe duma minister patata nyaonya mol membe marché oto jendan jaay o famasol do Sénégal membe bolon kono wolle patata minister ti poton te balafa no la minister e ka fo minister la jodo atale nga balafa wanto director la jodo atale nga balafa
Yaya has the political power, Yaya has the political popularity in the Gambia. Hanebi molbe lafring alale and hanebi ala yamaro na futa molka.
Let it be put straight that marriage should be between a man and a woman only if they reach the age of 18 and above, or if they reach maturity, because people could be matured before they reach 18.
So every year, the GFF receives $1 million from FIFA, $500,000 in January, and another $500,000 in July.
membe kerim babu wolom aka kenu nyameng niko aka kenu nyameng nunto adol be nyaadile parce que ni amoy ko ado nen ciosano ka hada madingo le signify ite mu jumale ite bota jumale bala wol fanal bota jumale fanal bala
ñu na lan dekil sa ada ak sa ciosan ak kenu nyame num na amé dem
babu ko ne dinni ko jibe e ko akalon ko yemem fo
xama sa ada sa ciosan motax Gambian Talents TV ak Ibu ak Babu ñu tok ñu ne ñu fak ñu duna sun ada ak sun ciosan
tunto alfal ke la din bayali ke kuluno nyaadile ke kulu nyaadile fo butero lo bang fodum e ka dumoro le dila bang fo ka mum felle dila ñu programme le biwo be sene andila
kon kene ku neka bo bu ke xam sa ada sa ciosan fu nga baye ko samma fu nga baye ko
nunto alfalu ila sunkurundi wala ke pare nyaadile ila dum fengol fanal be nyaadile ko mun dum fen sifal le fanal dum ñu programme le fanal be witandila
nena lan ku wati sa ande an wodan nga fekk fofam
tel dindi mankaje ke balka julo city yiro balay ka fa finja julo ka ko be siring e be ko jijala ko mol bitay do tari ko fula dindi wali
lu do am demba lu tax amatu tay la motax top suñu nasaral faté sun ada association
ak kenu ñameng
ada association ak kenu ñam top lañu ahamas bu jot juroom waxtu be juroom ñaar waxtu fan la mo amé ci Gambian Talents TV Ibula ak Babu
assalamu alaikum mbadingol mbal konto nabi fanandoro mbal tendola mbal jela mbal bismillah la programme auto e ka fumi Bankola Kuwo komanto bulo mutata demanding kadu wato dol hajo kasiya man programme soto sawo kamala nata programme ko tengol nata le min yalon ko afanan ketanu janne annum mul contento ko la bake fanan ka to ngaketa programme timen ko mayatanu mbal tento doron mbal jeyla mbal jiyala alla programme to ika fumi Bankola Kuwo anal badi malem sirif konte ntelebe siri ale jang ko tenke nyin tembola dullo kun tambila on rebulate bulo mutata afinditanu atara ila congress la bara alhamdulillah fela nata kairo kono Mr. Kurang ati fanang bulo mutata domanding par hane kabi coming dalta minkela dorong Bankola Kuwo bijanne wato wati akanale janne lokumo no abe continue la kanale ni ala sonta bitum baltentula wato wati janne na programme ko ndro se be afola mo le milka programme folo doron ko se continue ka folo andum be la ferem fanang ka sponsor so do katum wole batina la nyim programme ay continue kake abe mol nafa kan nyamin mol se continue ke fam mu nafa wala bitum rebul be kontona programme to dal be jiyala
assalamu alaikum la lamor la juber la be ne la staffol mbal be kontonna mbal fana kontonna ni World Cup final wala don tekati mo support France le support
ya ni ku ya ba kadun da fa wala menten nga ndefa wala menten nin kontan ba man na bi bari do ko len doron kadum yalon tel mo Chris fan soledi so ni ko la rating mam pare Messi ata bari bara atale
ana harjelo ala ya ni wala nyin dola but France ya katale dal bare tata fo drota tata penalties la so ala man na ke harjewte dal si accept dal
après que ba rebul coming lokun tambilal safo lokun saba commando nga kacha soto non jang shortly before minister be budget speaker kela honorable minister of finance janabe bankola fanko tembeda fola mole nga kacha ke jang budget wala kuning ka kacha anim fanang député min yalon ko fanang ila salary li be pare ila proposal o min kenu national assembly pour que la salary la fa aning speaker and deputy speaker ngawbe kachanu jang komando ngagnin natanu komeng minister la diamo ko lambe programme o soto la be murna nan ko tenge kana minister e kuma kangol min di molla ke bonyo to you know economy so la perspective ila jiro woto abe nyaadi le bari man na o sutuno je pour ka okay fo wato jam fato dum ni bar hani kabi bari ni budget o jube ate kuma batale bankola koto ate tulano je wo nyama bari ngamra honorable be ifana minister la moyle budget speaker nying pra damu rafa bandula ba itala jero mo munati minister la kuma ko to bere la fa bandula ko ay different ministry lema
unfortunately sir ndema concentrate until ben logistics la na congresso so ma mutabaki once budget o nyentata ayala budget speech ke ngala trend jele ngala trajectory jele safa lafta banko sambala nyame ako man kontandal so obe akendele speech nyeng ntawe concentrate no benna logistics dada kan meng fenketa la journalist le mel funtinde mbake wolonde the national debt meng ako tata for over 90 billion
90
and yalon na budget analysis to ngabe fo nyala ko ni expenditure meng bakang over expenditure a baby na julolto manke ko bankole ya na flow soto bari ba julole la julo kay julola so ni mira tel babula lawata me over just over around $50 billion islam and we were getting debt relief. China yellow loan be cancel no until the time Saudi ma cancel but you freeze le for both interest and installment payments for 5 years you know so Paris Club mall ba katakan ka debt nyentala but unfortunately Barrow administration it believed amena na kodo pump doronga spend and was spending kola ibuka wo jube ibuka wo ko mo jube be banko molle torala be economy damage kan kol be kollela
barni ni ajube comme akafanya bengi ajube salawala la bonsa kunna kono kana fa yel bonsa kunna kono ni mo ajube sanji monem fulo wuce kono ya jame minki jang ko jame julo men beta anin jawarata ya la nyokan president barola government ne menta asembo warabata so sometimes ajakalo ko warabake de in 22 years julo men tata anin just maybe 6 years doron
I mental.
So sometimes I ka nyinin karo ke hunde ngam fo nyinin ka wado do fo mun tel ka julol menta fo wato do ngata nya di le fo kan jahal hakele asembo kata nya men just last year it was 88 million it was 88 billion.
88 billion.
So firstly from 88 90 point something right now in the budget, because me buko in Jubeka 90 point something right now. So one would say jani next year who knows.
In deficit for number finance out of loans over 3 billion yo bekel mujuloleti budget kon. So all I can the nibe expenditure approve la a mile income level jube etakwe julolta. So the debt will keep on compounding. Abelala nyokan rabelala nyokan. For lumen na ko ha Gambia sela bantala financial institutions nyolko alte julo tano la ko ten ateli ko dunile ho alte fen sambanola.
So let's say banko ka vuto standard to menle, because already membe Bankola already julo membe na sembo wala. So one would ask when lentel be futalo tembo da kadu ni amna nim Bankola lentel bali julo tala be kala do hotele.
Yalong ya la time am futata woleto the debt to GDP ratio jama kawo jubel wato be around 120%. Faida safa banko jama bi jentel debt to GDP ratio be santo. So ne banko la soto jube fana asembo mawara ni corona la impact jube tourism almost a fataleno and na ngajele ron killing ni kabe, but still a manke ko anena ketano nyame seno bunda wo fanam olbe kumbola wol famanja bando so ko returo dulal bebe jikan. So it's really difficult. Tax revenue doro amunta ko mbe jikirwol and banko futata level to be mol tax la ko leabe ka kan doro ebe o dula dol bi je ne atar foreign business dol bi e ba soronal doro yeta banko dol ka. So you are not encouraging investment.
Yeah, amunta ka investors sol fanang
discourage. Investors nyol batandile dol bi je in fact do ka fanya na container binakan bare ko nga customs joe because we solaring for just see you pay in advance janila container fangmena elon wo collection o collected so wo be mo economy la tamandir nyalati neaje be preso la jiare ka alkodo dundala dunde ila depanso le man control. There is no financial discipline. Neaje be ni 120% of GDP. Amta ko na julole tambitan na GDP family. But janembe bolaje ebe na GDP rebase kan ka rebase volong yalong GDP abe basement ono a metal I cannot remember exactly which year as a base you may use, but a metal, and since then a lot of changes happen. So agriculture sector watu ma be dundino and Gambia informal sector soto me warata no yalo nyim business la lumo la nindula all be mo part of the economic activity. So natari base the experts lenati in central statistics also
experts from
Rwanda statisticians so yeah rebase. So I agenda from 120 to around 80. You know, so nanyimol ibe tulunkaw walela. But the point is inyanta mental ko ela fanko ma yurwade calculation the matrix to ya jindile bari itela income level ela matrix ning woman change wanyan. So nite ko ha bari nga revalue le msi julo tano le still mamfuta 100 mafalo yaji ite ba tala mokana muneke interest rates be preso la volcan treasury bills interest rates fanam bina selela inflation bena dunna wokono because mbem fanje ka wo cycle le kono yaji.
So but let's say comme la crema men keta posti ka fo comme ka presso la gal ka presso la ka nyame pour fenan. But don't you think port fan expansion of finance Gambia ma ko no back because last time I had Dr. Siddharth Job saying although he is a diplomat not an economist but saying when it comes to expanding our ports Gambia na banko belori nyaming na fon na jio fana me nyaming ning na port expand asekino one of the best Africa kono and banko jamal sa use no insura ni no mi alon ko banko ma ko la fana pour la GDP na economy finance bamano
no muto nyalete because ports nyeng economic activity jamaleke kulungul mel kana bagasol mel binal re-export trade malignol kata Guinea-Bissau and other countries, mel kana, because Gambia wato nka membe nate amanke puruntel damante. Nka jamale re-export. Hani mano men ka juruma Bankoka. Ika jele jamale ka funti kata other countries to. So the port is one of the factors me alonko as a growth keno and abenna NDP konole. Bari na government baro government tuluntalale we man fen develop je
for be bola je no step man tawla
no indeed nga kele no nim World Bank la IFC you will study kele after interested developers investors invite la le ka tenda ke Bari, Baro Nala, Works Minister, then they were not in for it. Until after loan letter lang ya low. I don't loan level come for it. Nila loan level for 120% of your GDP. Jama bukala fi don't tala. Munta ko financing space ka limitle. Yeah. So imanjulu soto no purka wo develop. Then mol may interest soto ka port develop siata. Bolore bije Dubai ports fang natale fan president mita ila head nataja then Philippines fana turoda na minister dol saman teman chan soto no I was busy on the NDP but na PS nyol tatale and some other ministers kata all fana njube and will be ibela own funds letala ka invest ka nye expansion okay then in government then ka manage then near funds recover ya to mol bolonga na port stamandi so woman take juluti so that strategy would have worked very well and banku jamabe okay kam but na ning government etel mawoje ka ko memata do hanga julota do ronga julu sembete etel so ebe julo soto la minto ebe jikire no ko China be julo del bare China fana en balance do jubela ko julo membe nyela hanne ninga do del aben torala because until tata no China at fang with him baro yen tel dol to come and Sanyang former energy minister and then Nawekla MD until tutanong ko Manila eka for MOFCOM Minister of Commerce wale lanyen branch menka development aid developing countries la transfer so ngana cases nyol beki agriculture energy power supply and the ports ports impressed very the deputy minister ni may meeting ken akonye ko nga banku jama de malenye developing countries ako nka julol di la barenga jele instead of woye dema ake torale because jama bi je ka julo menta e bukana jono nyam so wala kende wati dole kaje papers to ko China yenyim port kare mutale o nyi airport kare tele baron ka ko si manjulo no
wala katere agreement o kono
well some agreements mawol talon but they ebe foye fen soto ebe la fen ko recover men foye clauses soto je so wewe fonyele o konya la loan level be nyame frankly, pour ka julo de be kolel. So we appeal prior ke development 80 yalo ye ICC dile itele base bridges nyolke ani wasilol so mbenyim fanam puskan pour foy sa jube asikeno grant nyam bare daniro so wati dol e ko nyaade jallo e ka ko nyaade maybe hanama malu daniro la de bara fonda kataral wati do so so o daniro dal katud mo danila nyanta bola woko na wala kende na NDP natara tata no anyama abe resilience put like in our economy abe growth kelaje and then development minala slowly because abuka ke immediate fanko development
process
but a process lo asata the foundation of beland o sita no nyato bari o chances be tata signposts benyame eco crane killing na bije just imagine kulungul ni bete la bara banyul bara fer you count le kulunjol le be ba ko no melbe lori pour ka dock sometimes you have 5-6 vessels dol kanale ne ajubete dock no la ke la bagasol jindi isaje yeton yeta Senegal e ka molla fengol jindi oh it's a disaster for our economy. So you are losing income, the ports they are losing income. Maybe customs iba fola la ni bina silola be charge lale, but it's not the same. Ports nyanta busy la nyamen dock workers mel bije and so on, motol mel kasam. So we are losing, they are all losing. The economy is losing significantly.
Yeah, so quickly, we had a good Honorable Mang content Congress back here. Honorable Mang content back here, according to Kerfatu. What I have gone through.
Manke ko content manke da do ngana view express on a certain process. Alon democracy benyame it's something ika fi aka develop but nienya ka sala doro asimuru no ko mafana the strongest democracy the US etaje la democracy test nyame enila January 6 mol benyal volta le foi lafte la house for senate kulaba because he left le kuol yele mandela o beka sotale so bari ya institutions locally they are doing their inquiries be mol church can and so on. So you see democracy is prevailing until fananta Ngamoson put forward through it's up to the Congress. Congress
what is that?
Purka certain institutional changes which I thought nin colleagues nyol le kachale it would strengthen the party rather than bring it back. So all propose and then the way Nia presents to the Congress was to it's like throw it under the caterpillar just to destroy it before hard before we even discuss it.
So who is that?
No, Honorable Ajidas Dabo did it, and I thought that was really unethical. The Congress with the prevailing democracy in the party should give people the opportunity to appreciate, whatever is given.
So your complaint was
how
give it to him, he should present it.
He should have presented it. If he wanted to speak after everybody, then as a delegate, maybe he can also say, okay, I disagree with this. But Ntemea present, I should be able to get up to defend and to explain and enlighten the Congress about it. So process le mantanyama. So I was on this scene that Fatula reporters nata. So with that boiling anger, and I just vented my frustration at him. But on the whole, say the Congress went on. That's part of the democratic process. But thank God we've come out of that, and hopefully we'll all learn a lesson as to how to move on later. And a democracy maintain, not let it slide back.
But you didn't tell me what was that motion.
No, motion all be jele. No, manka nukunti. One is to bring in our regional coordinators into the executive. Because now you being 8 regions, regional coordinators, they are on top of our politics in each region. And information flow, nimanyil nati, watu wakamankile. So that's why nati. They will get first-hand executive-led decisions, less programs and strategies, and they will go to their regions as a whole thing.
Oh, okay. It's like to ease the flow of information.
Yes, not only the flow of information, but strengthen the political dialogue and programs back in the regions. It's very effective in that. Because dol kata resirim birotole batalona maybe men betama kanjana and the headquarters also, because that communication gap may exist. True, you'll be calling and so on, but it's different from having them participate and be part of the decision making. So we thought that was crucial as a way forward.
So, but at the end of the day, Amanake?
No, the entire thing opposed, but the party leader came out and supported this particular motion. So this one was passed by the Congress. The other one was to have a deputy fundraising manager for the diaspora. Me and Congress were accountsmen present. Diasporal income, the income from the diaspora is significant. They are really one of the greatest stakeholders in the party. And they are outside Gambia, but they are stakeholders in the country. They take part in the politics and the future of this country. So, itel fanga yemen kumbo wolong funding is low after the presidential. I agree, it's low. But I discussed in advance.
After the presidential election?
Yes, after the presidential election. It element proposal for each member $5, then executive so much. But yellow membership benyadi for a party in an election, you can have 300,000 votes. But will be manke multi mealonko, they are active in your let's say daily politics or so. So dolbije maybe nasafo bitikitiol long or so matter. But ita bitala jumale ko ha ita mo membal tiba kodo in the 5 days. You know, it looks a good idea near numbers jube, but practically it's very difficult to implement that. Because in a multi-benefit, you know, Alena UDP first of contribution or job. How do you'll mobilize? You'll have few core members, Mealonko. They are known and they are part of it. Maybe you can get something from that. But economy Benjamin Fana can sustain continuously. It will be very difficult. Asilafila patiola nyanya, asilafila sembotiji. So Ntela's strategy is, after discussing with the diaspora, they can raise funds. But the problem is, near individual type, okay, funds raised. Not at ete. Ete. I'm running on $10 or $100 din na yamrata domala yakala hajotiba.
Yeah.
But to give the authority to that person, Nick Tata, I'm the deputy fundraising manager in diaspora. You are a recognized authority within the party. You know, Mol Silana Yasotonola, it's a trust sotono, and you can have the effective tool to raise funds for them. That was the basic one.
That was
but it was not even discussed. They did not even get the idea of what's behind it.
What is it?
All right. Then you have the other one, deputy treasurer. Okay, the treasurer is just myself and the deputy treasurer, officially, all but we have to engage people like Nyaur. I must thank him very much. He sacrifices a lot. But he's not an official in the treasury unit. So we are short, if I say, understaffed in a way. Ning activities will tafafang. You know, I have to get hands to it. Hani deputy VJ. But Neajube, treasury department, the bookkeeping, it has to be audited for more okay. And Nibe accounting set of Fang Juvel. It's not
so Amunda, the whole purpose is the administration
and to strengthen the party rather.
Okay.
The most contentious one was the deputy party leader. Thank you. Apex, in charge of admin and finance. I think, you know, Ofanang, it was misconstrued because it's a position, you know, I can be nominated for it. You have others who can be nominated for it. Anybody can be nominated there. Right. But Wofana moment, it's a management setup, at the strategic level, at the policy level, this person will be responsible. About fundraising programs, and administration, bureaus right across the country, the strategies for those admin work, you know, who will tell the responsibility.
Okay.
But again, the idea was not explained. Everybody, they just, no, because we know there was an undercurrent there, which maybe it's not time to discuss in public. Meet as an executive, and the man say, cool, thank you, no, then, but at this level, it will not tell well.
I understand. I just wanted to understand because when I went through that write-up, I read through, I went through everything. So, you know, that is why I said, when you come here, I have to ask you. It's there. It's there. People are seeing it.
No, it's there. It's everywhere.
And also, I believe the audience also would want to hear something.
No, they want to know what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So now we've seen that Najele High Court ruled in favor of Talib Bensouda and other 55 chairmen and councillors. Government ila council dissolved no 3 months
before the end of their term.
Before election. How do you see that?
I think it's a very positive move. Also, it strengthens democracy in another way.
Is it because of
not because of opposition majority are all UDP? No, but this is democracy. You elect people for a term. Then, need term be banna, 4 years be banna, we go through another election, and they hand over the baton to the next victorious candidates. So, but in strategy of breaking down a term to give 3 months, what overseeing do you do in 3 months? A council as big as KMC or even Banjul or Brikama, 3 months, what can you oversee? What can you do? So you are breaking the rhythm, Yindolbe Menkeka, Yemol Nat, maybe some of them, they don't even know how the council operates, you know. So it's not fair to the taxpayer, the citizens of these councils and these areas, the municipalities, you know. Your vote menke is for a 4-year term. So why cut it? So another nyameng, maybe the history I wouldn't know, but we know during the APRC era, everything was changed according to their own will, laws and everything. But this is something really undemocratic. So for me, I see as a plus for democracy. Yes, that is the strength.
So when it comes to the issue of appointing administrators in KM and BCC, that is governors.
Yes.
Yeah. So
we should ask the president, what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Can't they help in terms of administration?
I don't know what help can they do. One, they are not the elected administrator. You know, all the time in local government, we talk about this, how to say, dissolution of powers from the central government to the area councils. So we process Mantano Truno in the previous government, and under Adama Barofana, it's still. So Nying administrators Nati will only reinforce central control. So what Barrow wants is to be in control. He doesn't like maybe what Talib did, a red carpet for his guests. So I'll be in control. So he cannot put, I'll tell him not to put any red carpet for any guests there, you know. But they are irrelevant.
So,
governors are irrelevant, not only for KMC and Banjul, but for all the other administrative areas. We've seen during Yaya's time, they are only political tools. Al-Khalul Kumandi, you threaten them, you tell them this and that. The governor, the deputy governor, they have no business there. In rural administration, during Jawara time, you know, you had commissioners. These were development oriented. And then they were civil servants. Because Dol Kanale, when you graduate, you come, Saje, you are administrator, maybe assistant clerk, then you fire commissioner, then you rise to the ranks for a permanent secretary. So you had career progression. Womo administration, they were in charge of the regions and following the development agendas of those regions. But in governors as a political weapon, you know, to have control over those areas. Because governor community, you have an elected chairman there, you have an elected council. What else do they do? Just politicking. So the finance minister na kumbola ko cost high income and thing. You should have cut out these governors in the first place. To bring more here means you're adding more costs to the budget, more costs to the taxpayer and the government, which is totally irrelevant.
So let's say, don't you see that coming? Baro, let's say, he should not be invited because I can see Rohilo coming Kafoko BCC la official atele, you know, government le assemble be finance. So and Rohilo is also saying this World Bank that
works project World Bank project law. It's not like government allocation. It's a budget kono. You've seen Hakalang Road, how many millions like 200 million. Kiang so much kije. Nyundula dol. Mari imam fenje jeko KMC or atodum BCC. Imam fenje oto. No, it's not under the budget. Instead, it's a project. New Gamworks World Bank project of rent. Then you have some matching funds which the area councils will finanka contribute to access those kinds of funds. So Naketa, it's good for Gambia. The buildings are nice. Okay, I hope the utility will be for the residents of the municipalities. I think they will make the best use of it. Really important. But how it is, how you opening of an office at the level of a president, should he go to all this?
So you think president, as a president,
even the minister, maybe it's the permanent secretary, maybe you send, and I think they sent a representative. That's enough for me. A president like you broke the whole traffic, and then you will be disturbed in the traffic just to come and sit down and make a speech. Know what? So I don't think that's productive. So I fata nyilma both KMC and BCC. I abulo bandije. Now I congratulate for what they are doing. I don't think he should be a spanner in the works for the development of these municipalities. So right now he wants to be a spanner in the works of this municipality, Kakol-based block, Olondro, to portray them as how would I say, as retrogressive when they are progressive councils, So obey just campaigning ahead for the new municipal elections will be now. But I hope Gambians will open their eyes. Loyal more parliament. They promise, and they don't deliver. So he should lay hands of Rohi Malik Law and Ahmed Talib Bensouda. That's the most important thing there.
All right. So another important thing is here. That is the way our country, Gambia, resources all use when it comes to these minings, coastal areas, Sanyang, na resources all that basically use nyaming. Ngajele just last week, Minister of Energy, Abdullah Job, a press conference okay, Geology Department order pour guide global stop mining like bemenke kang dan now think aja ko abemenke kang environment is just terrible among so but it is because you've been in the government since until resources all for be used kan nyaming have impact na muli in terms of economy and because currently come ya for nyamin julo lebe bankola na julo katala kasela so na resources all anin dandang wala wolle mfenti njikita mella anin dindingol mel kana mil bina generations to come so if in a sense ite aji nyamin be use kana economical impact ninga be men nasala bankoy for is it okay?
Hello, mining, sand mining, black sand mining, and stones, for construction works, really, it's part of the activities, economic activities of this country. But the management, especially with this administration, has been very poor. Before, you don't have a proliferation of along kamo jurmo nati kas kalaisino di wala albe mine. Everybody doing
okay, so what
mining performance hello bring with 2016 nata jumalle benunje how do you call it? There was a company. I said, Alhamdulillah, company or something. Yeah, Jamila Sudo company. They were doing the mining there. But you don't have so many mines open. Okay. But later on, in what way, I think Laftela own NPP supporters Dundila in that mining process. And Dol Vijay, Laisinove Melvolo, Olmo NPP, stalwarts let ya dealer. And
are you referring to Gaj Global and others? And who exactly?
Gaj is backing, of course, MP, but also some of the local miners, Melbije, as in Gunjur, or is it Sanyang? Right. Until the men at the time we were there, this Lamin Damfa, and at Yala's site, I think he was somebody who was found to be doing well in terms of the environmental management of the mine. So among destructive, but in old men nata, they lack this experience, they lack the technical capacity to maintain the environment. All day after this, no, just dig it out, and we'll get more money. So you are not concerned about anything else, you know. And how much are they putting into the government? That's we should know.
Yeah. So basically, in terms of new community Bankoe, and in coming in Tembola,
no, Nindol community, it's. I don't think it's significant from what I've heard, compared to Mempholotaje, this other boy Lamin Damfa. I think he's been paying all his dues effectively, and Meldunde has been very significant.
So that will annually
no, because every month they have to pay through the central bank. But Nyindol Menata, from what sources I'm getting, they were not complying with the amounts that they were supposed to pay. So I would say, environment destroy in a way that it's not helpful to the communities and our coastal line, big damage, excessive excavations, Dulal Baby, upside down. It's not good for the country. So if you have mind, you should mine it in a way you save your environment and then you get your resources income. But I wish you have somebody from geology here or the department to tell you how much income each of these mines are putting. So that will give you a good perspective of what they're doing. Then the other one maybe I want to say is, are they following up the one by Denton Bridge? It's dredging sand and people are collecting sand there. But what is the impact on our river estuary? Nature works in various ways. Being excavate la water flow benyadile fabe dula dol block kanaba the estuary is it building up sand elsewhere, so what is the environmental impact assessment of this particular mining? And it is close to the bridge. So monyanta concern sotolawala.
So
whether it's real alarm or not, but we should know what is the impact of that. 4 years see full kuobetinya, and then nyimanya nakela nunjang. And that is disaster.
So but let's say ngalo ne mantere fisheries department, and yes, you are not at the environment and the fisheries department, but as a former minister of economics and finance, let's say, because allegation, there are a lot of allegations. I mean, how our geofinanka use ningo environment yala man na banko singo damala na environment ul nyol ka mutanya menga ningol ka deal na bala nyaming to see, because people are saying, yes, they are helping the country, but what they're spoiling also is too much. So that's what many people are saying. So when it comes to Bafana Kola, what kind of impact as a main Keno Bankola?
Hello, ne fishing license the companies la. Companies are there to make money, commercial companies. So government le nyanta lola, yela regulations landi, yela environmental protection, even the fishing net sizes nyol, ekaw nyanta will be regulated, and it should be monitored, and really checked that these companies are complying with all these measures that are put in place to protect the small fishing resources that we have, and also the environmental impact of this. But unfortunately, Molka Menje, a lot of dumping of these small fish along the coast, it's really ugly and a waste of our resources. So Ning company man think whether it's Chinese or whatever company, Batadawada, or even Gambian company, government should take steps to really regulate that. Ulmam na positive impact sort on the economy. And then in big liners men can license dealer trawlers nyol wal canal run they scoop the fish. And Nil Kulung Benyame, it's almost like a factory. Nil Fenkele ya freeze or Dolby ka process to a certain stage, ya freeze in it. Ulbuka land ma landing sites nyol soto. That's a big drawback in our fishing industry. Purunyim vessels nyol sina yela catch land. Because it's possible then some of their catches for fully wife in the morning. Was new data land on yan. But our facilities sort of it's not available. So we drawback. Niko local fishing konga small pirogues nanyang fishing vessel kulundeng ha ngalu ledi nyela forever. It's really not up to scale. How much can they do? Hanatari 50 level kg. How much can they do? You should upscale. And na NDP the plan is fishing industry developed to the extent we have fish processing. So, you can process these sardines or fish in pots and so on.
Because
you have to have the industrial boost. In the fishing industry.
Honorable, let's say Gambia sardino menka domo nyanga sembo wara batale asia batale ni bidikoto mel ka dasa mala mon ka domo always asia tale but and it's very costly. It's very costly. So natar no Gambia fananka fensoto no membe ko nyama.
Yes, these were all part of the program. Neajube sardino dole kamen domo made in Morocco. I think Mauritania also now they do. So all these countries are going upscale. But in Delta, it's like the resources are just scooped and taken away. They don't even land in the country. Some of the vessels, large vessels, because Jamal landing sites function. So these are key projects me alonko ning government ya implement no it will have a lot of impact on the economy.
But I plan NDP.
NDP kono, yes, we were encouraging investors so number facilities incentives we go ahead with this. So kulungul fana until later Turkey, I was talking with some private investors. They have some fishing boats and trawlers. Puruska will sifal soto, at least rather than just continue with small pirogue. All our range and capacity is limited, but you need good fishing vessels for us to have an impact on our local market and also our industry. Nkanyi ñew men be sambangata land Senegal. Ni wol ka land jang. A lot of people will generate income from that. But man capacity sort of to do that. So it's a big failure on the part of our government, you know, that we are losing all our valued resources, the income that we should earn, it's going out to other people.
All right, Doctor, Honorable, I feel what of that. Just to kumakang mung nebe buli semen say no with people because sort of almost abandoned.
Bankola Kuwo, it's dynamic. Kulo ka falem ka element. Bari bitaka nyame hakilimal be nyanta jubela ko ngaman sakunda so do member na banko sambala de bitaka nyame be na marché jela fengbe be seleka manji na currency ya jube dollar selam jollem 61 to 62 at dollar ka fota for 63 sterling bita fanam for 71 72 maybe 73 so wol be selekan so ni wol be selekan itela imports kamanol men natanen tulon fenkol bisoda nantalo nalkon nim mol ba natala ko ten o dollar price wala italo fen be selala so price men ba fola be selekan ro samunta ko lodula mantarala so gambianol woto ben tawsitela la ngalon ko dal nyum fegal instead of price g e bet tarla selekan
abuko mol ka fole gambia nin fengo da seleta jang
abukaji mbari be mu ñing economic management lati e la foreign currency dala so be boykan na baake e la banks ñol government be borrowing men interest rates be selekan na so ni interest rates setam ñim julol mel ka kodota bank ka ordering ke yalo ni wanata fowol fana yala interest o calculate yala price o kan so ate jinola so in a way for that
and at times you because you know I've heard and in different water I think about this sometimes you can follow Gambia price control sort what is the economy what is triggering that because ikajele momo be demento men diata e ko leke wa fula bi na diata e sela bidiga ningo e ya mburu folia wa fi $15 la mote kuno la ji
ha ya long price control anene ben nyum banko kaneno import controls fanan benu njanne wato mano import wara tulo wara sukuro foyta laisino nyene wato laisino dila dene sina call order no but
so laisino nyu be kelele komi ifana na price
government le kawo di laisino dila pour si importation keno bar ni tema laisino soto itanati no la no but jawara la regime nying economic recovery program hama ERP wonata nga economy very liberalized foreign exchange wato fang ntella membership fees na ACC organization o bantala fenko ni lafta jola ebe pawno e kata for mota central bank la foreign exchange will ya approve ya follow yanata bank kanyini so it was a very cumbersome very seriously controlled process but very liberalization nanti non to molka kiu manola le GPMB because melka nata downdoyat so bari biriya yele momo ya sembo sotanat sai ya mano fani ko ma sannode bari mol banati kan
bari abe shakan and at the same time
dabe selekan yalon julo to nyalon akata lafi profitol momo be business ko ne ka profit wala ñene bari itela mansala tamandirnya you know mansakunda wala be ñin kodo marakan julol kamenta kata sambanta ñin dollar ñin pound sterling euro say niwol bebe selekan dala sobe boy kan nun to ni ka soto $50 to $1 it was around that time until it was coming down to 40 something or something but say vitala 61 62 so it left away price nyandi wata jindila to the level abenu nyamem beri abasanna 50 you know kadu kum fa do bi jen dun tajele kombe fenna sanna akonya ha nyinde silante fambe jahal rene kadu dola sa be nyame nte ninga nanyi wafe nga nati no menna nta nyong sannol nta nyong nati no la kote
so wala ka sabu
so foyela hani ako fongan na price of address
okay
so ibaja la bela price o kafulale dola selata nyame pour sit muruno ye do odana but nite ya order dola be no maybe 55 sila be sitting dola bita kan 60 abe continue kan doro yalo niya wa fi la price men na dollar at 55 ni bandi yemen order nang na tari 1 ton long maybe ete 1 ton sinola ete wonati nola kote so it's a very difficult dynamics but muneka based on if you have a sound economic management strong financial discipline me along ko amanketa nyim budgetol intel kamenye expenditure dorong consumption establishment costs well salary long office costs and so on so what a economy sambala what a nyim price ol jindela instead be loans le kafula monla and then obe munekela abe ko le nyin kafulal dorong so sa fo gambiano le moy ni la MP lem MP ngajele nyim budgetol pass mbere moy bedame nyantala sa yewuli kana furo nganna MP elekla sa bantante la hajotije taya ya fay ko membe keri ngame moy nyim budgetol tel man kontan al nyanta nyim baylale no nyanta nyi kalen no saje MP si do ko ke pour banko dingle en manke doro beje ko ambe president la budgeto fasal government la nyim fasal fal han wo budgeto wanin be do ko member be do ko la banko molle so atelle sembodi la so mol nyanta saying advocacy sotolale ye active enila MP ya nyitandila ifanalla ha momenti la koleal momenti ko ni tata National Assembly yeloye nyantalo la nyame ko itelie carte faye nyame sa nyanta mufla to that level gambia nol nyanta wullale sila
abarga bake abarga bake waro fele abanta fereng bitun norong mbal tentula mbal jela dorong la programme le num Bankola Kuwo telebe siring ale nun jang Serif Konte ba falale dorong alla mo kurang bi apulo do banding kurang na manna bitum menna technicien no kontona bake membe mole masimoto wala Musa Jata mbaten lamba jera bake sanyam fananti jang komanto ni wato wiam kasi akata bebizirim bake faran ma fananten lamba jera doron kadu wato wata nin telle katere janga nin camera umano men kata adam timba tentla bitum juberlal mbalten lamba jera mba falale doron alla programme wolem Bankola Kuwo follow kunala mba falale ala baraka bake.
And we having businessmen will complain. Ila kulun kanale fu banjol. Ibuka jino ebuka la bagaso jin. They turn back. They kata fen gold drop into Senegal. Gambia bagasol kajisena o masi bolet.
Dr. Ture contributed immensely to the failure of Adam Barrow regime from 2017 to 2020.
manke mola foye ko babu ndok monki it bar ko metela jero yaje ko wala be tama kan NPP kono.
Yes, ngajale because yaken defangola. I was victimized. Who? The party executive. President ya bulobula among intervene because atele sonta yenna the political campaign.
Baro e muno famoni ning arta hanarta komen ko abe jaralale we transport people from Mali, Sierra Leone and other countries but we are going to do it. Pour ka mol transport ni nalana can support for 5 years on moesia crowd.
Bari ita fono la ko ha minister la jodo atale ngati nga minister tal allowance la fa mol membe duma minister patata nyaonya mol membe marché oto jendan jaay o famasol do Sénégal membe bolon kono wolle patata minister ti woton te balafa no la minister e ka fo minister la jodo atale nga balafa wanto director la jodo atale nga balafa.
Yaya has the political power. Yaya has the political popularity in the Gambia. Hanibi molbe lafring alale anu hanibi ala yamaro na futa molka anga.
Let it be put straight that marriage should be between a man and a woman only if they reach the age of 18 and above, or if they reach maturity, because people could be matured before they reach 18.
So every year, the GFF receives